Yay for me! I just went 1 year without drinking a Mountain Dew. A whole fucking year. After 15 years of drinking Mountain Dew, and almost all of those years to the point where I was drinking 6 to 8 of them a day, and every one of those YouTubers that I met in that time in my life knows that I would have Mountain Dews in my pockets in my hoodie in case we were going someplace and they wouldn't have Mountain Dew. That's how bad I was. I had all this Mountain Dew apparel and Mountain Dew paraphernalia all around my house. I was a real fan, and yeah, I decided that it needed to go. I needed to get healthier, and so I cut it out of my life. And 1 year later, here I am. Still have the color green around sometimes, but nothing Mountain Dew in my life. And I can tell you that for this whole year, I've been tempted many times. I've had some very stressful things happen, and I have had to do things like go buy a case of a diet soda that has no high fructose corn syrup and no caffeine, just to keep myself from thinking about buying Mountain Dew. Like put something in as a barrier in between. Then I bought a whole bunch of LaCroix water. It's basically carbonated water with like essences of fruit in it, but there's no sugar, no calories, and it doesn't taste sweet. You just like when you breathe after drinking it or burp, you get like the aftertaste of fruit. But I recommend the coconut more than some of the other flavors. Anyways, yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that it can be done, and anything you want to get out of your life, you can get out of your life. And to date, on the year, I'm down about 25 pounds, but it didn't start with just getting rid of Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew had me gaining weight year after year by about 5 pounds a year or more. And when I quit drinking Mountain Dew, that was more than half my caloric intake before I quit, but I was compensating a little bit with other food, so my weight was stagnant for a while. And then in May, I started using MyFitnessPal as a calorie counter. It's just an app on your phone, and turning eating into a video game helped me lose that weight. But just getting rid of Mountain Dew did not do it. I actually had to still count calories and diet. Exercise didn't help me much either, but that's my body type and my disabilities and my medications. Exercise did not do as much for me as just simply counting calories. I think for every 10 calories burned on an exercise machine at the gym, I could have just not eaten 1 calorie. Some people say it's like calories burned is the same as calories eaten. I'm like, no, not for me anyway. It's a lot easier for me to get results by not consuming all those calories, and that's just the way it worked for me. After seeing some videos by Robert Wallace, I've kind of gotten away from drinking my sugar altogether. There's places where high fructose corn syrup is hidden, and it's not that I demonize it as a poison. It's just a really good source of calories. And if you were a skinny person, I'd say go drink some corn syrup. But I don't use chocolate syrup, Hershey syrup. It's basically corn syrup with chocolate flavoring. There's muffins that have fake blueberries in them that I don't eat. Orange juice can have, you order an orange juice, but it could have been filled with concentrates and high fructose corn syrup. And just the amount of sugars and calories in that can be way worse than other things that you can drink. So yeah, I've gotten away from that, and that's what really helped me was paying attention to all of the ingredients in everything that I was eating, and just counting the calories simply. Um, but I never would have gotten here where I am. I never would have stopped the process where it was of gaining every year if I didn't get rid of that one vice I had, which was Mountain Dew. And some of the things that I have gotten rid of were like Christmas presents and birthday presents. Um, I'm about to give a hoodie from my closet to a homeless clothing drive because it has Mountain Dew on it, and I want to get it out of my house, and that was a Christmas present for Misty. So it's like, ugh, I don't need to be misleading people into what I like and the branding that I like, because they're trying to show me love by giving me gifts. And for years, I mean, I had Mountain Dew pencils, Mountain Dew stationery, Mountain Dew post-it notes, Mountain Dew decks of cards, little fake cans. I had a keychain. I had everything Mountain Dew, and stickers all over some items in my house. And yeah, I did a real clean out of an entire. It was like a part of my identity, you know. So it wasn't just stopping the drinking. It was not identifying with the culture that they put forth in their commercials, with just having that logo around, and feeling like it meant something to me. There was a lot that went into getting rid of Mountain Dew out of my life, but I'm 1 year free of it, and I don't really crave it at all. Um, I did in my times of stress try a lot of different diet sodas, and I can tell you that the best one that I think you can get, if you go to any fast food place that has the 100 flavor Coke machine, I liked the Diet Cherry Vanilla Dr. Pepper. And before I started trying diet sodas, I remember hearing years ago about a Diet Cherry Chocolate Dr. Pepper, and that was supposedly sold in Walgreens all over the place, but it was discontinued. But my feelings about the Diet Cherry Vanilla Dr. Pepper that I can get from like a Burger King or a Jack in the Box, if I just want to have something sweet to drink. My feelings about it are, after learning just a little bit that I did about the obesity epidemic, and how thousands of people die every year from being too fat in America. After that, and then seeing that you can only get Diet Cherry Vanilla Dr. Pepper from one of those 100 flavor machines, I feel like Dr. Pepper, the brand, if they were to put out Diet Dr. Pepper Cherry Vanilla in cans so that fat people could take them home, they might save thousands of lives a year. Because Diet Coke, Diet Mountain Dew, Diet Pepsi, I tried all the regular flavors before in Diet, and they all suck donkey balls. They all taste like poison. They all have this horrible aftertaste. I can't stand them, right? But the cherry vanilla Diet Dr. Pepper hides the diet taste enough that I can stand it. You know, if I absolutely have to have something sweet and I don't want to take the calories, that's a good choice, because I don't have this aversion to the aftertaste. So I really wish they would come out with just cases of that for sale so that people could take it home, because I know, people on average can't resist temptations. That's why we have this big epidemic of obesity in America. And a lot of the things people are craving, they don't realize how many calories are packed into it. And I don't go any further than that as far as the high fructose corn syrup and whether or not it's better or worse than sugar. But for me, I think it was a very effective way of getting calories into me. And just targeting it as if it was like a magic demonic thing has worked for me. And I know with my rational brain that there's nothing magic about the calories that came from it versus uh, other things, but the strategy is working, and I'm just gonna try to eat a balanced diet until I like what I see as far as the results, and hopefully you guys like what you see, and I look a little bit more professional, a little bit more believable, a little bit more like I know what I'm doing. Then I feel like when people look at somebody who's fat and they have their first impression is, oh, they must be fucking lazy. You know, that's how they got that fat, or they just let themselves go, or anything like that. So, yeah. Yay, 1 year. One whole fucking year. I need, like, a chip. I don't have any chip for getting rid of soda. I don't go to Overeaters Anonymous. There's hardly any OAs in my city, and I don't want to be prayed over at the end of talking about how I used to like Mountain Dew anyway. So, if one of you has a chip, you can just like take a picture of it and send it to me. I'll just retweet it, and that's what I'll use as my 1 year chip. Just a retweet of a picture. That's all I really need.